Whoa. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Mr. Chris, a couple minutes ago, hello to you as well, sir. Welcome. Oh, I don't have my light on. Oh, that would explain it. I don't have either of my lights on. Wow, hi. Ah, see? Mood lighting. Ooh. Okay, so welcome, nerds. I actually got the starting soon up on time today. Just kind of had some other things to set up that I got that going specifically so that we would be on time, because the last couple we've started a little late. So welcome. I know it is still technically late, even though I was halfway ready. I don't think we have anything to speak of for housekeeping before we jump into getting into this really juicy news we've got today. There is next week a minor scheduling thing because I'm going snowboarding, so that's gonna kind of cause a couple of ripples. I think that is our only real issue for the next week. I will keep you posted for more. And yeah, let's make sure I've got the news up before we switch to it, because I don't want to switch to a blank screen. And then, actually, since we're in housekeeping, might watch the new Scream movie next week. Sweet. I was just going to ask you about that, Chris. I've heard actually quite good things. I haven't read any reviews yet, but I hear it's at least not as bad as, say, Scream 4, so that's saying something. So yeah, I was wondering if you had already seen it, but apparently you have not. So did you catch the most recent episode of the regular show for Weekend Nerddom? We're talking about the possibility, because it was a rumor, that Scream 7 is going to be happening. Apparently they are in pre-production for it, according to the rumor. So did you check that out, sir? And as I wait for the delay to catch up, I think we're going to switch over to the news. If I can remember which scene that is supposed to be. There we go. Pow. I think the oh no, I guess we're all right. I'm going to bring it down just a scotch. All right. So, first thing in the news. Recasting. We've been keeping tabs on this Daredevil situation, so let's get into that real quick. And then I don't understand the situation with how YouTube monitors chat, because it says there's nobody in chat right now, and I know there are, so I don't understand it. You got the worst luck. Oh, that sucks, man. But yeah, definitely. I have heard that it is worth watching, if nothing else. It's worth going to the theaters to catch. So, yeah, I strongly encourage theater going, because it's always fun. All right, so first piece of news. Cosmic Book is where we start. We are talking about Daredevil Born Again. Apparently we're doing some recasting. So recasting has begun for Daredevil Born Again at Marvel Studios. Recast the role of Kingpin's wife from the Netflix series, which kind of makes sense. She factored it pretty heavily into the first season, so still though, in the scheme of things, fairly makes sense. With the news that the first episode will be directed by Michael Cuesta, Homeland, comes word that Kingpin's wife, Vanessa Fisk, will be played by Sandra Holt in the MCU. Marvel TV Netflix series featured Ailette Zurer as the character in 11 episodes, who also played Superman's mom, Lara, in Snyder's Man of Steel. Sandra Holt casting was actually first announced back in November, but the role wasn't known. So with Daredevil Born Again now filming in New York, Hollywood Reporter reports Sandra Holt is playing Vanessa Fisk. November casting also saw the news of Margareta Levieva, I think is how that is pronounced. Margarita Joining the cast, and Michael Gandolfini. Oh, interesting. That would be a very interesting choice for Froggy. Also previously announced as joining the cast with both of their roles unknown. So I think they're insinuating that that's Froggy, and again, I can't think of her character name. Karen Page. There we go. Thank you. Foggy. I keep saying Froggy. I meant to say Foggy. Recently, it was announced that John Barenthal will be back as Punisher, which also comes with the news that Deborah Ann Woll and Eldon Henson won't be back as their respective characters, Karen Page and Foggy Nelson, from the Netflix series. So now, with the news that a character has been recast from the Netflix show, that might mean Kevin Feige and Marvel might actually recast the roles of both Karen Page and Foggy. Something fans are worried about, as both actors have been a staple of the Netflix series. Yeah, staple, I think, is what they meant to say. It's hard to imagine Daredevil without Karen and Foggy, so either Feige is going to recast them, or maybe Deborah Ann Woll and Eldon Henson will appear sometime down the road, as Born Again is 18 episodes. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not remember that from previous reporting. So the implication with that is actually quite cool, because that's almost like a proper series from the days of the TV past. Used to be a season ran for 20 to 25 episodes per season. A show ran for 20 to 25 episodes per season. With the, quote, golden age of TV that we've been in, that has been significantly shortened. I think Supernatural was one of the last series that actually ran with a traditional length season for every season. Even season 15 for Supernatural was, I think it was actually, that one was 18 episodes. No, that one was 22 episodes. I lie. So yeah, even the final season of Supernatural was a proper length season. So I don't know. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. We have Bob Iger saying that we need more quality out of Marvel shows. We have the announcement from Feige and Iger saying that they're going to slow down on the release of Marvel properties. I think that's a mandate from Iger to Feige. And then we also have like the reporting of the numbers. Everything's been doing fairly poorly by comparison. I mean, you think of the heyday and Avengers, what was it, Infinity, or was it Endgame? One of the two, or maybe even both at this point, have made over $1 billion. I know Endgame made over $1 billion in theaters. I think at this point, with streaming and sales and things, that Infinity Saga also has made over $1 billion. So you compare that to where we're at now. Let's actually pull that up. If you look at, go to the Googles, and the Googles say, how much money did Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania make? There. So $622 million. So they're over $500 million. But if you look at the first Ant-Man movie, $2 billion. That's what Infinity War was $2 billion. So yeah, Endgame was over $2 billion as well, I would imagine. But then Captain Marvel was over $1 billion. Ant-Man. So we've grossed more than the first Ant-Man movie. But how much did it cost to make? How much did Ant-Man and Wasp cost? 200. So we're netting approximately 200 million. Because again, if it costs 200 million to make, which this is very much underreported, like I don't believe 200 million at all. But if we go with the numbers that are readily available through Google, 200 million equals 400 million, because they spend at least the same amount for marketing as they do for the actual production. So we're at 400 million. So that puts us at 222 million roughly profit, which is in the green, but just barely in terms of a Marvel movie. So let's say, how much did Avengers Infinity Saga. Infinity War, rather. Infinity War. Infinity Saga is the name of the phase 1 through 3 or whatever. Cost. 316. So that's a significant difference. We're looking at go away. We're looking at just over 600 million, and then they made $2 billion. So that's a significant payday. Everything else kind of pales in comparison. So if those are our numbers, it's reasonable to believe that yes, they are kind of panicking that they're only returning a $200 million paycheck when before they were returning over $1 billion paycheck. So trying to keep things in the green, I think, is the more reasonable way to look at this. They're not scrambling because they're not making money. It's Disney. They could stop producing movies today and still maintain all of their other businesses and probably stay in the green for a good half a decade to a decade. I would say 5 to 10 years without any new income. They would probably still be able to pay the bills, I would venture to say. So to say that a $200 million return is them scrambling to make things better, yes, I think there is a little bit of a scramble to maintain income, but it's not because they're losing money by any stretch. Some of their properties, yes, I would say are close to even. I don't think anything, though, is in the red. I think everything they have is green, but it's just a matter of how green. So with them bringing all of that back down into this 18 episodes and the announcement from Iger and Feige that they're going to minimize, and there's actually rumors we talked about in the regular episode this week as well, where with the rumors of movies getting shuffled around, this tells me that they want to fill that void with something that they know the fans are going to like, or they think they know the fans are going to like. I would say that whatever they're going to do to Born Again, the first probably 5 to 8 episodes are going to be a mixed bag at best. It's going to take them a while to really find this character. It's good that they have Charlie Cox because he knows this character very well from his time at Netflix, and probably since then. I would imagine he's done his share of research, but I don't think the first few episodes, they're going to be very mixed as far as reviews go as well. I'm calling that one right now. I think 18 episodes, though, gives a lot of time to work out the kinks and shows that Marvel is serious about giving the fans, or at least paying lip service to giving the fans something that they want. So I think this is a sign of positive motion. I think there is a definite possibility that we are moving in a good direction with an 18-episode season. I think they definitely 100%, I agree 100% that they definitely need to scale back their output, because like hardcore fans would be down if they were catering to what the hardcore fans wanted, but they're not. So they're upsetting the core fan base of, you know, these are the people who have been reading comic books since they could read, and so they know these characters probably better than most of the writers know these characters. And we have this modern movement in Hollywood where everything needs to be deconstructed, and we need to break it apart and rebuild it into something else, and that doesn't sit well with existing fans. The storytelling is subpar, so new fans aren't as willing to go see everything unless it's something they're passively already a fan of. So like when we get an X-Men movie, or if we ever finally get a good Fantastic Four movie, those will do well, but it's because they already have a built-in normie fan base. Because again, hardcore fans are going to go probably see most things. At this point, I don't even know if they're doing that for Disney Marvel, because they've kind of steered this ship in such a wonky direction. So that's the direction that they're going, is they're like not really doing what the hardcore fans want and not doing enough to keep new fans in to justify this output. So if they slow down, maybe give the hardcore fans a couple bones to chew on, and then also tell good stories with fully fleshed out characters and don't just do a Marvel, then I think, yeah, that's a recipe for success going forward. That's not what they've been doing, and hopefully they're learning from that mistake. Though it is a massive ship to right in a proper direction. Moving right along. Take a drink of our oat milk. Fans approve of Chris Pratt. All right, so we're gonna make an attempt just because I'm curious. So new clip for Happy Mario Day, by the way. Today is March 10th, aka Mario Day. So they released a new clip today of Chris Pratt voicing Mario. Let's see if we can find it. Illumination CEO found. All right, so let's just read the whole article, shall we? Fans approved Chris Pratt as Super Mario, which follows the release of a new clip, and today also happens to be Mario Day. Check out the new clip and reactions on Twitter below. Chris Pratt was first announced voicing a character. There was still a bit of backlash as the actor isn't Italian or a person of color. Irrelevant. The guy who voices him for the game is also not Italian nor a person of color. So, yeah. Illumination founder CEO response. Illumination founder and CEO Chris Meledandr actually previously responded to the criticism. We are collaborating with Chris and his experienced team to not just create a character licensed film, but a new piece of entertainment which brings Super Mario Bros. To life on the screen. Why can't you just use the guy who's already voicing him in the games? Don't understand. And allows everyone to enjoy whether or not they know about the game. Meledandri. Oh, hey, look, they left the I off up here. Anyway, Meledandri said during the Cine Europe convention last year. Yes, we covered this. I don't remember that quote, but we definitely covered this. When people hear Chris Pratt's performance, criticism will evaporate. Maybe not entirely. People love to voice opinions, as they should. Hey, at least he's acknowledging that. That's a cool poster. I really like that Japanese poster. That's awesome. I want the next Nintendo console to look that good. What does John Leguizamo think? I don't care. We've covered that. Fans now support Chris Pratt Mario. All right, so this is the change. Well, with footage from Super Mario Bros. Movie having been released, especially the latest clips, fans have changed their minds and now support Chris Pratt. I'd like to issue an apology to Chris Pratt on behalf of all Nintendo fans. We were wrong. We were also very wrong about you. Okay, where's the clip? Let's play the dang clip. Oh, is it an Instagram clip? By Chris Pratt. Will it open? I think it'll open. Nope, that is a picture. Jack Black is always a win. Should we go look? Let's, I don't know if I can do that. Let's take a... Mario posters are amazing. Oh my god, dude. How sick is this? Let's go back to that Mario poster since you just made that comment a moment ago. So this is one. I'm not as impressed with this one cuz it's cool, but whatever. This one though, look at that. I mean, like, you can even see the texture in the scales of Bowser. Like, even on his hand, that is just a really awesome. And then just the composition. Let's take a look at composition. Here, let's see if we can do this. Open in new tab. I don't remember how to go full screen. Nope, that's not the same as it used to be. So, screw it. We'll just go bigger. And bigger. Okay. And bigger? Yeah. All right. So we're starting to fuzz out because it is a digital image, but we can still get a little bit better. Like all of the Koopa, the flying Koopas, Rainbow Road in the background. But compositionally speaking, we have Let's do our rule of thirds. So bottom third, middle third, top third. Our top third we have in the first square of your rule of thirds, you have Bowser's face. Right in the center, right about where the intersection would be for top and left third, you have Mario's face. So all on points of interest if you're looking at your rule of thirds. DK is just outside of that intersection line. Your points of interest here, we have, I can never remember this character's name, and I feel so dumb because it's so simple. And so you have the wizard dude, again, can't think of his name, and then Toad on the other intersections on your bottom. So, like, you've got something going on at all of your major intersections, save for this one. But even that, you've got Rainbow Road over here to occupy your eyeball. And the awesomeness that is this render of Bowser. Like, how cool does he look? Bowser's Castle, Toad Island, just looks so awesome. I dig it so much. This is probably going to be the first movie in a long time that I go see in the theaters. Not going to lie. Should we? I'm gonna send this off. Kamek, thank you, Kamek. Avengers Endgame is now Super Smash Brothers movie. Now there will be a Mario universe, like a Mario type multi. Yeah, that, I mean, I'm okay with that if they legitimately lean into it. I know they're going to do a Donkey Kong movie. That's already in development. But beyond that, there's no like official word what else is going to happen. Very probably they will do a sequel to the Mario movie, but anything other than that is really, really like grasping at straws kind of speculation. Being Super Mario Galaxy, I have not actually heard that, so that would be interesting. No, actually, I did hear a rumor that Super Mario Galaxy. We didn't talk about it in the show though. Super Mario Galaxy being the subject of a potential sequel. Yes, I did hear that actually. I can't remember which rumor monger it was selling it, but I definitely heard it. Avengers Endgame is now Super Smash Brothers movie. That's funny. I like that. All right, so Kamek is the name. Should we go try and look up the trailer, Chris? Is that something that should be done? I think maybe. I'll pull up YouTube. YouTube. Super Mario movie. One day ago. Final trailer. No, it's Universal. They will probably strike us. Universal UK. Illumination. What if we do it from the Illumination page? I mean, IGN plays this stuff all the time. Hey, that's Kari Payton. That's oh, still just sounds like Chris Pratt, man. We're gonna get hit. I can see it coming now. Rainbow Road, of course. That's so awesome. still just sounds like Chris Pratt. I don't understand why anyone has changed their mind about. That's cool. That's awesome. All right. So still just sounds like Chris Pratt, though. It's just Chris Pratt doing Chris Pratt with an occasional Mario noise from time to time. Like he does the wah-ha! But otherwise, it's Chris Pratt's talking voice. So I don't know why people have changed their mind, but okay, sure. To address the comment you just made, Chris, if they're planning on doing an MCU type thing for Mario movies, that might be cool, but I'm just not sure how they'll pull it off. I don't know if they would do like a multiverse thing necessarily, because I don't know if there is a multiverse story to be told with Mario, but I do think that they could pull off an MCU type thing in that each of their individual properties that exists together, like Mario, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, etc., could Princess Peach could have her own movie. You could have like a Koopa Kid get his own movie and be an anti-hero, and you could have the whole story of where the hell Daisy comes from and why that's a thing could be a whole movie unto itself. So like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. And then eventually there's been a lot of rumors about some sort of Zelda or Link property. Hold that thought. I don't think so today. Thank you. Next time I will get. That was a fluke. I don't think it's gonna be a regular thing. Okay, sorry. Tamale guy knocking at the door. Let's push play on the music again. Okay. So an MCU type thing of multiple IPs linking together. Yeah, I totally think. And then have some sort of, like, I can totally see a title sequence for a movie called Smash, where everything comes together. But we were talking about Zelda. There have been a number of rumors for a while. It was a series that was supposedly going to potentially go to Netflix. And then I think it got rumored to be going over to Amazon. Smash Brothers considering being characters from different Nintendo games. Yeah, totally. Could be like an Avengers Endgame thing. I think it would be more in line with the roster of the Nintendo 64 Smash, the very first Smash Brothers. But yeah, totally a possibility. They would do a movie or two for all of the big properties. Nintendo, Zelda, which would be Zelda and Link, and then you have Donkey Kong, and then you have Mario. Oh, as I hit the microphone, sorry. Mario, and then you could do a Yoshi, and then you could do, any number of these characters. I don't know if there would ever be like an F-Zero. I don't know if they would ever expand that far out to get Captain Falcon in the game. Star Fox, though, I could totally see getting his own movie. That would be, honestly, I would be very surprised if the Illumination animation universe for Nintendo, if that does expand, then probably within the first 5 movies, I would be very surprised if we did not see a Star Fox movie. So I think it's totally viable. I think that's a really cool thought, actually. Let's continue on with the news, though. We got to get to those headlines that we teased in the headline of the video. Superman Across the Spider-Verse shows off new clip, Air Jordans and images. No thanks. Transformers Rise of the Beast character posters teases Optimus Prime, Primal, and Mirage. James Gunn directing Superman Legacy. We kind of already knew that. Yeah. All right. So Let's get into this real quick because I called it. Apparently 65, the new movie with Adam Driver, tanks. So Scream 6 is doing really well. Opens at a franchise best $5.7 million over last year's $3.5 million for Scream 5. Even beat Creed 3's Thursday. Oh wow, that's cool. It went to open up over $58 million this week. That's cool. Scream 6 estimated to open $35 million this weekend. Another franchise best. That's awesome. Scream 6 tomato meter about a high. Goodness. Rotten Tomatoes 78 from reviewers, which that's about right, but a 93% audience score. That's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. When we got the Super Bowl trailer, when I did the real quick rundown of the Super Bowl trailers and the episode that followed the Super Bowl, I said 65 is going to bomb, and yes, it looks like that's what's happening. Different story for a new Adam Driver sci-fi movie, 65, which comes from the writers of, I believe, Deadpool. Produced by Sam Raimi, directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods. Had never even heard of this movie until last week. It's because you're not paying attention. Russo. Synopsis. Yeah, that means dinosaurs, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. 28 from critics, 58 from the audience. Blah. Not good at all. Oh, no. Another delay for Suicide Squad, for the Suicide Squad game. This is a rumor, though, so not official. In the news of a May 26th release date, but according to a reporter for Bloomberg, the game has been delayed yet again due to the fan response. News: Warner Brothers and Rocksteady have delayed Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League once again from May to later this year, according to a person familiar. The showcase of the game during a PlayStation stream last month was poorly received by fans. I don't know why it would have been, for what it's worth, a delay like this, mainly polish. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Moving along, Fantastic Four director rumored on Silver Surfer and Vision Quest. Let's check it out, because there might be something more from Silver Surfer. Matt Shakman said to have signed a major deal with Marvel Studios. Rumor surfaces that Fantastic Four director Matt Shakman has signed a big deal with Marvel, which includes a Silver Surfer series and the Vision Quest series set to be in development at Disney+. Shakman is known for WandaVision previous to Marvel. Shakman directed a couple of episodes of Game of Thrones, 40 episodes of It's Always Sunny. Really? Interesting. I didn't know that. Did not realize they were the same person. Okay, cool. According to Jeff Snyder via YouTube, who dropped... Okay, so that's the source. Information as a rumor, but that Shakman has signed a multi-picture deal with Marvel Studios that potentially includes directing episodes of the WandaVision series. Okay, so he's not going to be like the showrunner for WandaVision. He's just going to direct some episodes. Sure, that's believable. Featuring the return of Paul Bettany from WandaVision, and Shakman will potentially executive produce the Silver Surfer series, which is very much still rumored, not actually confirmed yet. Overseeing everything related to Fantastic Four in the MCU, much how John Watts has always directed Spider-Man, Ryan Coogler with Black Panther, and planned spin-off shows, add James Gunn and his Guardians of the Galaxy movies and characters, as Gunn was involved with both Infinity War and Endgame. Cool. Okay. Brie Larson, A Nightmare. Marvel in chaos with Blade and Mahershala Ali. Feige can't catch a break. Blah. This was one that I saw when I was trying to put the headline together that I was intrigued by. Jenna Ortega is in talks to reunite with director Tim Burton for Beetlejuice 2, so she must not have been put off too much by his racism, right? Ortega stars in Netflix uber popular Wednesday series and has Scream 6, not Screen, coming out this week. In addition to hosting SNL this weekend. According to details, multiple sources have filled in THR that Jenna Ortega is circling Beetlejuice 2, set to play the daughter of Lydia Maitland. Her character originally played by, what, wasn't it Dietz? Wasn't Lydia's last name Dietz? Am I losing my mind? Really? So, okay. So why would they have? Okay, so because you guys can't hear her because she has doesn't have a microphone. I was just informed. I remember this now that she said it, but my girlfriend is reminding me that the Maitlands are the people in the first Beetlejuice movie who owned the house before the Dietzes. So why would they have her listed as Lydia Maitland, do you think? That's weird. The daughter of Lydia Maitland, the character originally played... Now, it was Lydia Dietz. Along with Tim Burton, Michael Keaton is also said to be back as the titular character, with Winona also back, and shooting is supposed to start late May or June. I don't know if we talked about this, but it has, I believe, has been confirmed to at least be in development. Whether or not it gets greenlit is still a rumor, but it has been confirmed to be in development. I don't remember who owns the rights to it right now, actually. I think it's safe to say that Jenna Ortega would be perfect casting for the sequel. Yeah, I think she would be great as a young Dietz. Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis are the Maitlands. Jeffrey Jones and Catherine O'Hara are the Dietzes. I don't remember who Sylvia Sidney was. Flick was released on March 30th, 1988, which is well before many of your times, I'm sure. Jenna Ortega saved Wednesday. Sure she did. I don't think the rest of this is relevant. Yeah, no, not at all. So that's really cool. Super Mario Bros. Movie releases final trailer. Marvel's What If introduces somebody I don't care about. Marvel and Star Wars are getting a careful look, says Bob Iger. We'll get this, and then we're into the proper headlines. So, yeah, that doesn't make any sense that they would have her as Lydia Maitland. You don't think so? Fair. Disney CEO Bob Iger. This is we alluded to this earlier when we were talking about Disney stuff, but here is from the horse's mouth. Effectively, made comments about Marvel and Star Wars in that they are both getting a careful look, reiterating that he said what he said at the recent investor meeting, that it's all about quality over quantity, which is good. Iger attended the Morgan Stanley Technology, Media, and Telecom Conference and was asked about the health of Disney's big franchises, which include Star Wars and Marvel. On Marvel, Iger said, there are 7,000 characters. There are a lot more stories to tell. What we have to look at Marvel... What we have to look at Marvel is not necessarily the volume of Marvel stories we're telling, but how many times we go back to the well on certain characters. Sequels typically work well for us. Do you need a third and fourth, for instance? Or is it time to turn to other characters? So this has been read as an allusion to Ant-Man, because we just got our fourth Ant-Man movie. If it's a good story, I don't care who the title hero is, as long as it's a good story. So why this should be irrelevant, because these characters have been getting new iterations for literally decades. So sure, go back to the well as often as you have a story to tell. Don't go back to the well because you feel like you have to. Don't go back to, don't try and resurrect this character because it's the only way you're going to make money. Because if you're going in it to make money, this is advice that many people have given on like how-to YouTube kind of channels where they're giving advice on, you know, motivations and things. If you're making a YouTube channel just because you want to make $1 million, well, then you're probably never going to make $1 million because you have no idea what your voice is. So if you're going back to the well, to use Iger's phrase, on a certain character because that character has previously done well and not because you have a story that can only be told with that character, then it doesn't matter if it's the first time telling a story with this character or if it's the 70th time telling a story with this character. It's not going to do good. If there is a genuine desire to tell a story, if there is something that can only be tackled by this specific character, if you say have something that is perfect for Captain Marvel, it doesn't matter that Brie Larson is a man-hating feminist. It's going to be a good movie because there is a story to tell. If you're only doing this because there's contracts and money involved, then you're doing it the wrong way and it's not going to pay off. So continuing with the article, I apologize, we keep birdwalking. Continuing with the article, Iger added, there's nothing in any way inherently off in terms of the Marvel brand. I think we just have to look at what characters and stories we are mining. And if you look at the trajectory of Marvel over the next 5 years, you'll see a lot of newness, he said. Now we're going to turn back to the Avengers franchise, but with a whole set of different Avengers as an example. Worth a mention is that Iger's comment come after Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania bombed big time at the box office. We already covered that as the third movie of that franchise. Third? I thought it was the fourth. Nope, third. I was wrong. Comments also follow Thor: Love and Thunder, the fourth. That's the fourth. There we go. Fourth movie of that franchise not being received well by fans. Yeah, because they're telling the same story. Again, you only go to a character. You only bring out the big guns, which now includes Iron Man, the previous to the MCU. Iron Man was a B-list character at best, but now the Iron Man is a popular character. You don't just bring in a new Iron Man because the previous Iron Man's contract is up. You bring in a new Iron Man. You bring in a new actor to play Iron Man. But only if there's a story to be told. You don't just do it to do it because you want to make money, because that's, again, there's no heart in that, and obviously the return on investment is not going to be there as they're learning. Really dumb. Okay. Bob Iger is wrong. Oh, hey, let's get into this. However, what Iger says about the quantity being a problem, as well as not being third or fourth movies about a character, is 100% wrong. Oh, please agree with me. The problem is not the quantity of characters. It's the quality. It's not the quantity that's causing the problem. Yes, you can, because, again, we have... my brain keeps going back to Batman, so I'm just going to use Batman as an example because he's my favorite superhero. Well, to him and Wolverine, but that's a little cliche. But I keep coming back to Batman because I'm the most familiar with Batman. Even though we're talking Marvel, this just, replace Batman with any Marvel superhero. Batman has been in print solidly since the 50s. I'm drawing a blank as to exactly when we had the Bill Finger and such created him, but either way, he has had at least one book in print since his inception. Right now, he has multiple books that you have the Batman mainline, you have Detective Comics, and then you have all of the books that have spawned from that. There's the Bat and the Cat book that's going on that Tom King's doing. And then, like, you could literally count all of the Bat family as Batman books as well. So you have Batgirl is still getting her own books. You have the Outsiders books. You have the Red Hood. You have all of these Batman-related properties that don't work without Batman. Like, yeah, so you can have quantity. There is a fair argument to be made about modern Batman stories that they're not great, but that kind of reiterates the point I'm making, is if you don't have a story that is worth telling, then don't use that character. Let's continue with the article, because I'm just going to keep making the same point. Feige's approach to Phase 4 has been horrible, just like I said, the author said it would be years ago. The fact is, Marvel writing has been just atrocious. For some reason, Feige hired a bunch of comedy writers to pen new MCU projects. And a Marvel producer has even gone so far as to say he doesn't hire people who read comics. Can you believe it? Bob, this isn't a quantity problem, it's a quality problem. Quite frankly, the writing sucks, and Feige's approach of replacing original characters like the crappy comics did with the Marvel Now initiative sucks. And when you do that and change everything about the characters, the writing suffers and sucks as well. What does Iger say about Star Wars? Effectively the same thing, so we're just going to move on. So we have Batman Cape Crusader. So this is one that we talked about potentially happening a few months back. Actually, I think we reported on this one of the final episodes before the off season. So finally getting an update on that. Batman Cape Crusader, the animated movie, the Bruce Timm animated movie produced by J.J. Abrams, that involves Matt Reeves and Ed Brubaker. But Bruce Timm is the one of the creators of the original Batman the Animated Series, so that's why this is significant. But Batman Cape Crusader moves to Amazon. Batman Cape Crusader animated series, passed over by HBO Max, has landed a new home at Amazon. While the deal hasn't officially gone through as of yet, Hollywood Reporter reports Prime Video has given the series a 2-season order. Oh, I'm super excited about that. HBO Max decided not to go forward with the series just last year, but the series continued with production and has shopped around with Netflix, Apple, and Hulu, passing on the project, which eventually landed on Amazon. Bruce Timm is behind the project, along with J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves, and comic book scribe Ed Brubaker. I'm super excited that Brubaker and Bruce Timm are involved with that. Matt Reeves, maybe a little bit, but definitely not J.J. Abrams. I like J.J.'s original stuff. I don't like when J.J. takes other people's toys and tries to do something with them. Executive producer Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, and Matt Reeves said, at the time of the first announcement, we were beyond excited to be working together to bring this character back to tell engrossing new stories in Gotham City. The series will be thrilling, cinematic, and evocative of Batman's noir roots, while diving deeper into the psychology of these iconic characters. We cannot wait to share this news with this new world. Brubaker said when his involvement was announced last year, there's something few people know, but the original Batman the Animated Series was one of the things that made me want to write superhero comics in general, because it was amazing. And Batman in particular. Brubaker told Hollywood Reporter in a statement, if not for what Bruce Timm and all the talented writers and artists did at that show, things like my revamp of Catwoman with Darwin Cook, who worked on BTAS, I should know what that is, but I'm drawing a blank, and Gotham Central with Greg Rucka and Michael Clark, would never have happened. So when Bruce Timm offered me a chance to come work on his new reimagining of Batman with him, James Tucker, J.J. Abrams, and Matt Reeves, I jumped at it. This is the artwork that they have created. Very reminiscent. The font, the typeface here, very reminiscent of the original animated series typeface, which is great. That's all we got. That's new, though. Super, super excited about that guy. John Barenthal teases Punisher return on TikTok and Instagram. Gotham Knights Dead Batman bombs on Rotten Tomatoes. Of course, I didn't even realize, honestly, that this was already starting to air. New on the coming to CW. Oh, it hasn't started to air yet. Okay. Where Batman is Dead doesn't look to be starting off well. The show is bombing on Rotten Tomatoes with the first batch of reviews. Series teases when Batman falls, who will rise, and Powder Keg ignites Gotham City with the Dark Knight without the Dark Knight to protect it. I don't care. Here we go. So 40%. Oof. Gotham Knight is a half-decent DC Universe story with unfortunately couched in teen melodrama and color grading more irritating than atmospheric. Oh, that sucks. From Screen Rant. CBR says, CW's latest superhero series Gotham tries to boldly reinvent the Batman mythos only to be restrained by reheated teen drama. With its heart caught between a daytime soap and a gritty superhero drama, the series never feels as potent or as focused as it could, according to Slant. Mama's Geekly. It takes a little while to find its footing, but once it does, DC fans will be happy with the outcome. Oof, I don't know if they know what they're talking about. Comicbook.com says, while it struggles just a bit to get out the gate, once it does, it delivers an interesting approach to a Gotham-centered Batman-adjacent story that's got just enough mystery, enough comic book DNA to make it an intriguing watch. I don't know if I will ever... So CBR, I generally don't trust their opinions, but very rarely do I trust even more rarely than CBR, do I trust comicbook.com. So, yeah, probably not going to be watching that one. Okay. What was the other headline? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, it's down here, isn't it? I don't remember what the other headline is. Hold on. Avengers. Oh, that's right. Okay. James Spader. Where's the Avengers one? Right there. Okay, so we got a minute. We got a couple of articles between here and there. Immortal Hulk. That's good. I can get behind that. We're gonna skip it though. Indiana Jones 5 gets an official rating. Don't care. Flash. Michael Shannon on Multiverse Sod. Don't care. Acolyte shares same tone as Andor reveals lawsuit. Interesting. So, I think we're going to learn... Yeah, I did not talk about this in the most recent episode because I kind of wanted to let it breathe a little bit. So we're talking about it tonight. But the Acolyte is apparently getting sued. And so a lawsuit has revealed some things about the show that seem it is in similar tone to Andor. The article reads, it's learned that the new Star Wars series, The Acolyte, shares the same tone as the Andor series, which is really liked by those who have watched it. I still have not yet watched Andor, though I have heard pretty good things. Once you get past, I believe it was like episode 3, it really starts to get really good, though I don't think it ever picks up in the pace. So, it's just not a thing that's... for whatever reason, not on my radar. Anyway, info comes from a report regarding a lawsuit filed by producer Karen McCarthy, who was brought on board to executive produce The Acolyte, but was let go 2 weeks later. McCarthy is now suing Disney for breach of her contract, where as a result, she missed out on producing the Apple TV series starring Colin Farrell, Sugar. That's not at all as McCarthy claims Disney didn't pay her and only wanted to pay her for 1 day of work. Quote, as a result of bad faith and wrongful termination, defendants deprived Miss McCarthy significant employment from which she would have earned millions of dollars over the life of the series, states the lawsuit. Regarding the Acolyte filming, started back in October on the eight episode series, wherein Deadline reports about the lawsuit. The series is described as, quote, seemingly with the tone of the Tony Gilroy created Andor mystery thriller, The Acolyte is set in the murky end of the High Republic, which is the era before Star Wars flicks kick off. That sounds actually pretty cool. And continuing on, Andor is a really good series, and sure, while it's a slow burn, it's well worth the watch. I do trust the opinions of Cosmic Book, generally speaking. So Disney and Lucasfilm going with what seems to be more serious and less goofy approach to The Acolyte sounds pretty promising. I must agree. Still haven't watched episode 2 of Mando, sadly, but I will before the next episode, so we can talk about it in the next That Just Happened episode. Fans are getting tired of the goofiness. Yeah. Don't care about the rest of that article. Oh, yeah. Yikes. Did it say from... Oh. Okay. Well, we will get there. Right now, gonna kind of gloss over some of these. Rumor, I think we might have talked about this, actually. I'm gonna go look at my notes real quick. Hold that thought. Notes from the last regular episode. Rumor mill. Yeah, we did talk about this. I did not get it from Cosmic Book, though, so that's really cool that they're... I probably actually reported on it at the same time, but it was as this one was getting posted, I would imagine. Anyway, Kevin Smith's He-Man. Oof. Melissa Benoist replaces Sarah Michelle Gellar as Teela. Interesting. Melissa Benoist will voice Teela in Kevin Smith's Masters of the Revolution He-Man series coming to Netflix, replacing Sarah Michelle Gellar. Series is a sequel to Masters of the Universe Revelation, which was received in 2021. Blah, 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 blah. Made the announcement on Wednesday. 40th anniversary He-Man is more prevalent in pop culture than ever before, which is why we're especially excited to bring the force that Melissa Benoist into the fold. Melissa already exemplifies every aspect of Teela's formidable personality, and we know she will continue to showcase the same heart. I would imagine this is Kevin Smith pulling some strings because he's friendly with Benoist because he's directed her in Supergirl on, I think, 3 or 4 episodes. That's actually pretty cool artwork. I could dig that. What is Revolution about? This we have not talked about because this is all new to me. So let's read this bit. Masters of the Universe Revelation will be... What? Revolution. Oh, editing is a beautiful thing. Will be released on Netflix 2024. This is the next epic chapter in the Battle for Eternia. It is a standalone story that takes place after the events of Revelation. Revolution is an all-new story that brings the focus to He-Man versus Skeletor like you've never seen before. It's technology versus magic as He-Man and the heroic warriors face the forces of Skeletor and a deadly threat to the planet. Kevin Smith is the EP along with Rob David, who writes and produces He-Man and the Masters of the Universe animated series, which is a little bit more actual He-Man and a little less virtue signal. Ted Baselli, Christopher Keenan, and Frederick Sully. Mattel Television is producing. But that's all they're giving us. In Revelations, the end of the season showed Skeletor in the final episode in the Snake Mountain, where Skeletor rages at Triclops and his tech cultists for abandoning him, so Skeletor attempts to destroy their motherboard. However, the motherboard comes to life and begins assimilating Skeletor, revealing itself to bear a Horde insignia. Long story short, in He-Man lore, Hordak is the leader of the Horde, who is actually the villain of the She-Ra series. Oh, that's cool. That's why it sounded familiar. Okay. Various cybernetic characters. That's really cool. Hopefully, it's good, because I like the premise so far. All right, I think that gets us right about to where we want to be. Marvel releases Empower on Disney, blah, blah, blah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is white, not black. Check the facts. Or kind of Asian, whatever. Daredevil Born Again, we talked about that. Let's talk about this. Nomad series. There we go. That's what I was trying to remember when I was writing the description for this episode. Kevin Feige's bringing back big guns to bolster the fading MCU. Time travel involved. The article reads... Let's check chat before I... Oops, I'm in the wrong window. Ba-ba-ba. Okay. Chat is still good. The article reads... Rumors... Oops, I did not mean to click that. Rumors offer the Avengers are reuniting as Scarlett Johansson, Chris Evans, and Robert Downy Jr. are said to be returning to Marvel for the Nomad Disney Plus series. Word first surfaced last month that RDJ would be back as at Marvel as Iron Man in a Nomad series, now in a self-proclaimed scooper. Well, now a self-proclaimed scooper on Twitter is stating Scarlett Johansson will be back as Black Widow and Chris Evans will play Captain America. In the comics, Steve Rogers becomes Nomad after abandoning Captain America costume and title. How the show is going to relate to the MCU, it is said the series will follow Captain America becoming Nomad after finding out that the president is part of a villainous secret empire, which might explain why we're going to Secret Wars. Very interesting. I don't think this is legit, though. I really don't think this is legit because we've heard explicitly that Robert Downey Jr. is not coming back to the MCU. Could we potentially see Chris Evans and maybe Scarlett Johansson? I'm pretty sure Scarlett Johansson has said in no uncertain terms that she won't be returning to the MCU. So the only potential for this rumor to be legit is on the Chris Evans portion of it. And I mean, that would be cool to see, because the Nomad series is still very much rumored in and of itself. So this sounds very much like grasping at straws. In the comics, Secret Empire is the storyline that deals with Hydra taking over the United States, with an alternate reality version of Cap also revealed to be a Hydra agent. That's the Hell Hydra panel that kind of went viral. In the MCU, Kevin Feige has confirmed Harrison Ford, Thaddeus Ross is the President of the United States, Captain America, New World Order, and Thunderbolts. What do the rumors say about Nomad? The rumor has it that Nomad series, we talked about the Nomad series being rumored, follows Captain America as he time travels to return to the Infinity Stones to their rightful timeline. So that would be where Chris Evans comes in. So that seems how Scarlett Johansson will return as Black Widow. For Robert Downey Jr., the Twitter rumor claims Downey Jr. will be a variant from the multiverse. Interestingly enough, rumors for the Avengers Endgame had Robert Downey Jr. playing a variant, as well as Kang the Conqueror. Yeah. Nomad also sounds like it'll be released prior to Secret Wars. Yes, it would have to be if it's going to deal with the Secret Empire. Would be featured in the multiversal variant of Iron Man, blah, 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 blah. Yes. The producer on Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania did just shoot down the notion Robert... Yeah, exactly. It just could be spin. Sure, could be. I don't think it is. There's no reason to think that any of these guys are coming back, honestly. Save for possibly Chris Evans. But even then, I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, so we have just a moment. You read that TMNT article earlier today? Oh, this one here? The April O'Neil thing? Woke Hollywood back at it. We talked about this in the last episode, the last proper episode of the Weekend Nerddom. Woke Hollywood back at it, replaced another redhead character with... Oh, that's right. The animated... That's right. She was redheaded. That's funny. I totally didn't even make that connection. Seth Rogen's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem CGI animated movie. It's not the first time. Blah, blah, blah. Nickelodeon Rise of TMNT animated series also replaced April with African-American girl. Latest Citrue, the question of April O'Neil's skin color has once again brought up where the woke lefties claim April has always been a person of character, and that if you think April has been white, you must be racist. Of course. All right, so let's... I'm going to... Because you do like the Ninja Turtles, Chris, I'm going to show you... it sounds like you may not have watched the most recent episode of the regular show, so let's just go check out... I'm going to show you this Bounding into Comics article about the same thing, because they went into a little bit more detail and are not so hardline, oh, obviously they're dumb, which is honestly kind of refreshing for Bounding into Comics, because they're usually pretty hardcore in that direction. Seth Rogen says that if media critics knew how much negative criticism hurt the people that made the things, they would second guess the way they write. Oh, grow a backbone. Oh, it's going to take a second to find it. I hate that. I don't like that at all. Ba-bum, 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 boom. Sequel's better than you remember. Oh, Predator 2 was pretty good, actually. Never mind. I was going to knock that article, but... Okay, here we go. Nope, I don't think that's it. Nope. Gotta go back even further. Good lord. Worm's Mandalorian will match up to Disney's sequel trilogy. Also claims viewers influence continuity decisions. Yes. That's a good thing. Are we... Did we go back too far? Here we go. Here we go. Yep, this is the piece. So, bounding into comics goes into much better detail. Blah, 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 blah. Come on, meow. All right, so that's the rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So notably, though, many defenders of April's race swapping in both Rise and Mutant Mayhem have long attempted to claim that she is initially depicted as black in Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird's original TMNT comic book series. It's nothing more than a misconception that has taken on a life of its own, making her public debut in the second issue of the franchise's flagship title. April was originally depicted with straight hair and fairly light complexion, especially compared to that of actual confirmed black character Dr. Baxter Stockman, who was depicted by Laird with an explicitly dark skin tone. So this is April here on the left, that's Baxter on the right. Notice a difference. Then 2 issues later, April would undergo a slight makeover, suddenly deciding to get her hair permed, as was widely popular fashion choice during the 1980s when these books were new. This change, combined with the black and white nature of the book's art, led many to misinterpret the Turtles' longtime friend as a black woman. Understandable considering this art right here, right? However, as the years went on and trends changed, 1989 would ultimately see April return to her original straight hairstyle in the 28th issue, as evidenced right here. Also, note her eye shape. We're going to be coming back to that in a moment. Favorite citation regularly raised by those who believe April was originally intended to be black is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 1, Number 32, Egyptian Adventure. As in the second printing of the issue, she was explicitly depicted as a black woman. Yet what many do not realize is that this issue is not produced by Turtles creators, but rather by underground comic artist Mark Bodie. Produced during a period when Mirage was allowing other creators to play with Eastman and Laird's toys, the series published as the stories published as part of this idea, issues number 22 through 44, are considered non-canon. Yes, explicitly not actually part of the Ninja Turtles canon. Further, this mistake was corrected long ago, and all subsequent reprintings of the story have consistently portrayed April with white skin. Yet perhaps the strongest evidence against April being originally intended as a black character is that her creators have long and regularly... The semantics here are wrong, but her creators long and regularly deny that she was conceived as such. In 2002 series retrospective, Eastman noted that April was, quote, originally created as an Asian character in Pete Laird's notes, but named after an African-American woman who Eastman knew. But named after an African-American woman, Eastman, once knew. The character of April O'Neil was introduced in issue 2 and would have a bunch of different looks throughout the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles history. Asked by a fan for clarification, subject 2009, Laird would speculate that the answer of April's race, quote, depends on which co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles you ask. If you ask me, I always saw April O'Neil as white. Again, this is one of the creators of the character. If you ask Kevin, Eastman, I suspect he would say, as he has in a number of interviews, that she was of mixed race, much like his former girlfriend, then wife, now ex-wife, April. So, if you want to play the race card, then you could make a reasonable argument that April is Asian, of some sort of potential, and you're not supposed to say Oriental, but Oriental descent. Eastern Asian, I guess, is probably the proper term anymore. 2013, after once again being approached about the topic in his personal blog, Laird would reaffirm that he, quote, has always imagined her as white and very likely of Irish, Scottish, English ancestry. Kevin may have had a different view, and I can't speak for him, but that's the way I always saw her, he explained. As for the coloring of her skin on the color reprints of the Mirage comics, referring to the discussion surrounding issue number 32, Kevin always had a lot more input on that end of the business than I did. In fact, I'm pretty sure he did the colors of the initial reprint from the first comics. The one in the graphic novel made make of that what you will. So again, here is Kevin Eastman art with a potentially Asian coloring to the skin, but definitely not black. The perm is an 80s thing. Ultimately, the two appear to be entirely unsure of just what exact inspirations the other looked to when creating April. It seems that both agree that she was a white character whose name and appearance took some cues from Eastman's late first wife, April Fisher. Of course, April's new racial identity comes as no surprise, blah, blah. And then they go on to rip him about race swapping April for... I don't care. I think that's the biggest thing here is as long as they're telling a good story, it doesn't matter what the race of the characters are as long as they get the rest of the character correct. As long as they get the general... attitude and personality of that character correct. If she becomes some sort of like activist, then yeah, that's wrong. That is not the character of April O'Neil. Create a new sidekick character and let April be April. If she is just trying to do good things, if she's trying to help the Turtles, if she's trying to report the news as she sees it without, letting other people dictate how she should be doing that, that's the character of April O'Neil. I think her skin tone is a footnote at best, and that's how it should be. But we have to move over to music real quick. His wife was named April. Whatever she was, I was... Well, his wife was white. But he said explicitly... Johnny Boy's Comics, yeah. No. Like the She-Hulk twerk, right? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Let's get a twerk in April. Let's get back into that. All right, so we'll go back here. I'll just put it up on Google Image. Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Let's see if we can find that image of her standing. Just because, I don't know, she doesn't strike me as the kind of... I mean, I could be wrong because Lizzo is a thing, but, like, that doesn't strike me as the kind of person who's going to be twerking anytime soon. But that was funny. I do appreciate that. Yeah, so... It's ridiculous. Yeah, I can understand the argument of whatever Eastman's wife, whatever cultural identity or racial identity Eastman's wife had would be whatever April from the comic books would be. But Eastman said very explicitly that he thought of her as mixed race Asian, and... Oh, I mean, she probably knows you better than I do, so... But yeah, so that's a more strong argument to make her Asian, because that's the way Eastman saw her, but Eastman also based her, at least in attitude, on his wife, and his wife was white, so, like, I don't know, it's an irrelevant argument. I think focusing on the color of the skin of the character is going to detract from the story. If that happens, then it's broken. If they just happen to make her black, but she still has all of the other character traits, then it's a minor annoyance at best. So they need to just keep that intact. They need to keep the character personality traits and the way the character carries themselves intact. And then you'll have a good Ninja Turtles movie, because that's the thing. That's the biggest sin that we got from the last two live action movies, was that was not the characters that they were supposed to be. All right, so we're into music. This was the reason why I wanted to jump over to music, because again, my girlfriend just informed me of this. She sends me articles when I'm doing research. It's great. I love it. So Dark Angel guitarist Jim Durkin passed at 58. Dark Angel death metal band. I can't remember where they're from, but I'm sure that we'll get into it in the article. Dark Angel guitarist Jim Durkin has passed away at 58 years old. Durkin played Dark Angel between 83 and 89 and was in the band once again between 2013 and present day. Durkin performed on Dark Angel's albums We Have Arrived in 85, Darkness Descends in 86, and Leave Scars in 89. Durkin's death was reported by his wife Annie. We wish Durkin's friends, family, broken and heavy heart, want to share that the love of my life and my best friend and husband, Jimmy, passed away Wednesday morning, wrote Annie. He was not alone, and I was with him along with a few close friends until the end. He will be truly missed, and no one can ever replace the love I have for him. May he ever rest in peace. Ever thine, ever mine, ever ours, my immortal beloved. I will see you again. That sucks, but does it tell us how he passed? Thank you, fans, the loyal support, privacy. Yeah, they're not going to say exactly what it was that took him. That's unfortunate. Let's see if we can get one or two more headlines for... Oh, our artillery drummer Joshua Madsen dies after getting hit by a bus. Oh, yikes. That sucks. I don't know the band Artillery, though. Suicide Silence and his regrets surrounding Mitch Looker album he hates, and much more. Meshuggah streams remastered version of Obzen. That's wicked awesome. Surprise! Limp Bizkit's Wes Borland is streaming a new solo album. Here we go. This is follow-up to that Wes Borland piece we talked about a little while ago. He was recording a solo record. Hey, look, Wes Borland has a brand new solo album, and it's out right now. Far from... Oh, you did? I haven't checked. Far from his wild new riffs in Limp Bizkit, Borland is continuing down an incredibly spacey, almost soundtrack-like path with his solo material. It's fantastic, and you can check it out in full below. We got 9 new tracks. That's pretty awesome. New solo album, Mutiny on the Star Barge, is out today, said Borland. Surprise! I've been chipping away at this one since last summer. He shared studio pictures. I don't know how surprised we should be. Brother Scott Thomas Borland contributed cello and string arrangements to several tracks as well. That's really awesome. I wish I could play it in stream, but I can't because, you know, copyright's a thing. That's pretty cool. I'm probably going to work. We will be talking about that in the next regular episode. Periphery put out their new record, Gent is Not a Genre. Well, at least they're acknowledging it. Joey Belladonna on lip syncing. If I can't sing it, I don't want to be there. Good. As you would expect from the lead singer of Anthrax. Archspire has been playing Twister at their recent shows. Oh, here we go. Converge, working on new music, announces U.S. tour with Brutus and Frail Body. Converge will hit the road this May for a handful of shows around their appearances at the Welcome to Rockville and Sonic Temple festivals. The shows will be opened by Brutus and Failbody. You can get dates below. In addition to the tour dates, Converge is working on new music. I'm super excited about this one as well. Drummer Ben Kohler took to Instagram to reveal Converge has begun working on the follow-up to their 2017 album, The Dusk in Us, the collaborative 2021 album, Blood Moon, depending on how you're keeping track. Blood Moon is an incredible record as well, but Dusk in Us is probably some of the more digestible Converge that's ever been out there. That's not saying much because it's still very Converge. Better yet, it'll feature potentially the heaviest riff of our career, so that rules. Absolutely, that rules. Quote, Converge may have written the heaviest riff of our career. A bunch of new songs, and the slow cooker's smelling real good so far. Rehearsal has about 10 times better this time around thanks to my 3 new favorite toys. Tama Drums, Birch, Walnut Kit, Liquid Death, SJC Custom, Drum Snare, and Yamaha Music EAD10. Super stoked about that. Yes, please, and thank you. Trailer looks great. Yes, I'm super excited as long as she isn't green. But yeah, no, I think the trailer that they put out does exactly what it needs to be. It definitely gets you hype about Ninja Turtles, which is good because, again, those last 2 live-action movies were not good. Like, it was hard to sit in the theater, and I did sit in the theater and watch both of them because I grew up on Turtles. Like, I remember jumping off the couch and doing karate moves with my friends because we were Leonardo and I was always Michelangelo when we were kids, but sometimes I was Donatello, but those are the 2 that generally that I identify the most with. My girlfriend's a Raphael kind of person herself. Raphael is your turtle. Yeah. So yeah, I think that the ooze portion of the trailer is great. I think the fact that they're actually teenagers and not just paid lip service to the fact that they're teenagers also is awesome. The fact that they're kind of bumbling is exactly what we need out of the Turtles. I think that is going to be better than haters want to acknowledge. And that's the important part. I think we need things to just be good. Like, maybe expand the mythology a little bit, sure, but just make a good piece of art with these properties. And the rest can come down the road, I guess. I think 2 additional U.S. tours with Undeath and a Phobophilic. Black Dahlia, new vocalist. I still haven't heard any stuff with the new vocalist. But yeah, two more shows with Undeath. Undeath is great. They're a new death metal band, and they are quite good. Oh, that's right. They have a really long... That's right. I totally... We reported on this when it was announced. I spaced it off. New vocalist. All right. I think it's where we leave the news. It looks like we're gonna get a good Bebop and Rocksteady. Different origin. Not really a different origin. That's the really cool thing is I don't think it's gonna be that different. I think Rogan's definitely gonna want to put his spin on it a little bit, sure, but I don't think that it's going to be that different of an origin. I think it's just going to it's just going to be kind of tinged a little bit different because they alluded to the ooze in their little interview segment with April that you get in the trailer. They talk about the ooze and she called it goo stuff. But yeah, it looks like they're going to be doing good with Rocksteady and Bebop, unless that's what you're talking about, different origin, because yeah, that definitely looks like there's going to be a different origin to Rocksteady and Bebop. But I don't know how much of the fan base is really married to the origin of Rocksteady and Bebop, because that was effectively where Toka and Razar came from as well, was a similar attempt at recreating Rocksteady and Bebop for the Secret of the Ooze movie. So yeah, I think I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be better again. I think it's gonna be better than Comicsgate types are want to admit. Yeah, no, I legit, I think that I'm cool with a different origin for Rocksteady and Bebop, because I don't know, again, how many people are really married to the origin that comes from the animated series. All right. So let's do this real quick. I need to feed my dogs and then get a little food to smash into my face as well. So we are going to. Uh-oh. No, don't do this to me. Okay. I don't know what the heck that just was, but my computer really just freaked out for a second. Let's make sure that everything's kosher. Yes, everything is kosher. Okay, so that puts us to the spot where we are going to take a couple minutes. Again, I got to feed the dogs and take care of a couple of things. Then we will be back for the second half of the show, which is the gaming portion. But we can totally, Johnny boys, we can totally continue this conversation during the gaming portion. I'm down for that if you're down to stick around for a few minutes. But this is where the news portion ends. So if you are listening in post or if you are watching in post on one of the syndicated channels, then this is where I leave you. So thank you for joining. We will see you in the next regular episode. Again, there will be a little bit of a scheduling hiccup, so it might go up a little late, but it will still be going up. And then we'll see you on the next live show next Friday. If you, again, are in chat and you want to continue this conversation, give me just a couple of minutes to get some sustenance and give my dogs the same, and we will be back to continue the conversation because I really love turtles. I've been a Ninja Turtles fan since forever. The very first Halloween I can remember, I think I was Michelangelo because I had a set of nunchucks back then. So yeah, if you want to stick around and talk turtles or you just want to talk any nerdy stuff, then by all means do that. But again, any of you watching or listening on syndicated outlets, we will see you on the next one. Before we go, always remember that if it's genuinely nerdy, it's probably here. All right. I need to know if there's anybody... Oh, welcome to the second half of the live show, by the way. Food in hand and such, so I might chomp in your ears a little bit. I apologize in advance, but I'm hungry, man. I need to know if there's anyone out there who is also lactose intolerant who has found a cheese substitute that actually acts like cheese. I don't know if such a thing exists, but if it does, let me know, because I found one that has a decent flavor. This Violife stuff is all right flavor-wise, but doesn't melt for shit. I would try and show you, but there ain't no way in hell I'm going to get it close enough to the camera lens that you're going to be able to tell what it is. But yeah, it's flavor-wise is all right, but this is the first time I've tried to melt it, and it does not melt. The Daya stuff melts just fine, but it's also like nothing but grease, so it tastes like ass. So yeah, if there's lactose intolerant folk out there, let's talk. But welcome again to the second half of the show. We were talking about Ninja Turtles. So, the interesting thing, aside from April, is going to be Splinter. How they attack Splinter, I think, is going to be very key to the success of that movie. We have Jackie Chan doing the voice of Splinter. So that could be really cool, because he doesn't have to pretend to speak broken English. He just actually speaks broken English. But, yeah, I don't know. We don't get anything from Splinter in the trailer aside from that real quick clip of him doing martial arts moves. So Batman Turtles was amazing. I still haven't read the third book, but the first two books were so good, and I really like where the third book was going, because it does the like legit mashup of them. So like it's definitely something that I'm going to read and I'm going to own, because I own the first two books. But yeah, I really liked it. I really liked the art for it as well. I think the art was like a perfect amalgamation of, on all fronts, the original like comic book kind of feel to animation, to the art, and then also the cartoon adaptations of both properties as well. Like it was just so good. I believe it was Joshua Williamson who did that, right? He was one of the writers on there. Oh, I'm going to have to look it up, because I don't think that's right now that I actually am putting a little more brain behind it. No, I don't want movie info. I'm not generally a big Joshua Williamson fan. Like, he's good, but he's not one that I'm really, like, big on. Comics. No. Prime Video, official trailer, IMDb, DC database. I don't want the movie, adaptation. There we go. The creator, James Tynion, that's right. Tynion and Freddie E. Williams. Freddie E. Williams was the one who came over from IDW, and Tynion was the DC writer. So those were the two writers on the project. I love Tynion. That's probably why I loved that book. Tynion is one of my favorite Batman writers. Tynion did the... Oops, I didn't mean to go there. Tynion did the... I don't want to do that. Go away. Whoa, okay. Oh, sweet. Sorry, distracted by Halo. Tynion did the lead up to Death of the Family. He did the book where Joker cuts his face off and then disappears. What is the name of that book? I can't remember the name of the arc. But so like that's where the arc starts, and that's a Detective Comics book, and then it leads into Scott Snyder's Death of the Family, which is a different Joker than most people like, because Joker's not just raging.
Previously in Halo Infinite.
Oh, hey, we got story to go over. Joker's not usually just raging mad and pissed off all the time. He's playful and maniacal and crazy. But that Joker, I felt like it was cool to see a different side of Joker. I have a buddy who's a real bigger comic book nerd than I, who didn't like the Death of the Family arc, but I loved it. I thought it was great. I think the Batman versus Ninja Turtles book was even better than that.
They aren't hostiles. They're wolves. Back from the hunt.
This Neuralink is corrupted, man. I'll have to pull the chip.
No!
Tiny Onion, yeah. That's how he says in his Twitter bio, I think, is...
he risked his life for.
That's like the subtext under his name is Tiny Onion. I love it.
AI.
Who dares to cage the mighty Aratus? I will crush your bodies and feast on the...
Oh, I do too. The gangster, the deceiver, and the rager, effectively. And the Death of the Family book was all rage.
We gotta get that thing out of him.
How?
Carefully. And then get it to tell us everything it knows.
Batman's my jam, though. The only character I've been a fan of longer in comic books than Batman is Wolverine, and that's because of the animated series from when I was a kid.
The first I've ever seen.
Which, super stoked for X-Men 97, as soon as it actually comes out on Disney+. One of the very few things I'm looking forward to.
Why?
Jared's weird Joker. Which Jared? What? I don't think I know Jared. Or I'm drawing a blank anyway.
There's nothing you can show me that I haven't seen 1,000 times.
Accept the truth.
This animation for the cinematic is pretty awesome, considering this is effectively the free part of the game. Even not considering.
Go at night. Airborne. Would have been different.
Would it?
Jared who?
Get out. Get out.
But there is so much more to see.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Death in the Family is when they killed Jason Todd. Punisher, which Punisher run?
I smell...
And which Wolverine run? Because Wolverine has done some very different stuff through the years. Oh, Jared Leto Joker.
There's that spot.
There were elements to Leto's Joker that I appreciated. By and large, though, I was not much of a fan. The weird, like, animal grunts were like... I don't know, it just kind of took me out of it.
Pointless.
But it was a fair example, excuse me, of the gangster Joker. Early 80s Punisher? Yeah, that's when Punisher was crazy.
I know you're a fool. Because the truth is this.
And were you reading like the Quesada, not Quesada, Jim Lee was Black Jigsaw. Yeah, pretty much. Were you reading Jim Lee Wolverine too?
For me.
Because that was late 80s into the 90s. Which is what the animated show was based on. Mm-hmm. That's the good stuff.
Found memories I never told anyone.
Oh, cool. There is more to
I wish
it.
I forgot.
Dean, that desert was a long
We're from
time
super
ago.
friends to pure death.
There's nothing you could have done to save them.
yeah, pretty much.
For you, in triumph for me. What the
I'm still
I am your
uh
friend.
digging into a lot of
Thing in your
the
head was not.
Jim Lee stuff, but yeah, that's definitely some of the
yeah.
best Wolverine.
Here's the one I told you about. The newest member of our pack. Play nice. This wolf saved your life.
You tell Agrinia not to worry. My head's as good as it ever was.
Maybe that's what she's worried about.
You shove one banished AI into your neural matrix, and everyone panics. Look, I'm not great with thank you. So, here.
That previous must have just been
Never let me
cinematic,
down.
because this does not look nearly as good.
You know, I cycle through here for training too. The place is old, just like me. Iritus didn't care about me. He only cared where I might go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's. I think that's.
You get good with that, then come find me.
Excuse me. I think that's
This place,
one of my favorite covers.
it has memories.
4 wall covers. Nice. I'm trying to find the first appearance of Halo Will Never End. This is true. I'm trying to find the first appearance of Omega Red, because he's my favorite Wolverine villain. So yeah, that's been my big. Whenever I'm at Comic-Con, I dig through boxes trying to find it. I got close. I think it's issue like, oh lord, what was it? Like issue 23, X-Men 23. That was the first appearance of Omega Red. That's eventually I will have. What is going on? Oh, because it's that's right. Everything's glitchy because of Eratus. Eventually, I want to have all of the Omega Red appearances. There's that Omega Red versus Deadpool comic that came out a couple years ago. That one was a lot of fun. It wasn't, like, great, but it was fun. Let's try Escalation, just because. New Arena Unlimited. Oh, yeah! Because we got the new arenas. I totally haven't played this. That's, yeah, 100%. That's when I fell in love with him, and have, like, I still have trading cards. I have Omega Red trading cards. I have a whole book of the trading cards still. I'm almost to the point where I want to. Oh, are you coming up, buddy? Like they kind of just collect in dust, and I don't really look at them anymore. So I'm almost contemplating like selling them. But yeah, I have a whole book of the trading cards, and I have a bunch of different Omega Reds. They're so awesome. I might not get rid of my Omega Reds or my Wolverines. I have all of the variants of Wolverine too. The Apocalypse Wolverine, and oh hell, what was the Morlock version of Wolverine? Willard? That's not what his name was. But he had the little girl sidekick. I can't think of what his name was. It was like an android version of Wolverine, but he wasn't from an alternate universe. It was somebody like took cloned DNA from Logan and created this. Oh, new map. All right. Took DNA from Logan and created this like android almost. I can't remember the name of that damn character. I've looked it up before. Ah! Is this... No, this is Teams. Okay. Yeah, no, I hated that. I really... Like, that was my least favorite example of him ever. Like, that was the most disappointing nonsense. Like, it's cool that they at least paid lip service to it, but yeah, I hated that so much. Like, those movies were great. You didn't need to sully one of my favorite characters ever by half-ass incorporating him into the movie. That looks incorrect, doesn't it? Juggernaut was absolutely awesome. As voiced by Ryan Reynolds. Oh yeah, there is something going wrong. Look at my gun. Juggernaut was great, but like I wish they would have given us a little bit more with that character, because like the whole non-mutant stuff. I think that would have been nice, but we didn't get it, so kind of is what it is.
1 minute remaining.
Ah. I think he's such an underutilized villain because he is, in a lot of ways, a like a parallel to Wolverine because their powers mirror each other. I think he's a lot more sympathetic, even potentially, than Wolverine, with the fact that like effectively his powers are killing him. And because that comes from the modifications that he got, like, there's just so much more that could be done with that character.
Nearing victory.
Gotcha, bitch.
Victory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. I think what would have been really cool, did you ever watch the X-Men, or I'm sorry, Wolverine and the X-Men, that other animated series that was in like 2005, was it? Where he was like, he was like the de facto leader of the X-Men. Yeah, man, like, how... It sucks that the most recent decent iteration of Omega Red is that Deadpool book. I dig it. Like I'm game for it because I like Deadpool too. I like everything kind of vaguely associated with the Weapon X program. I think that's a really intriguing plot line to follow. But I wish they would just utilize Omega Red at the very least more frequently, whether or not it's... Oh wow, look at all of the new underperformed. No kidding. Everything looks so fancy. Still glitching the F out. Quick play? Sure, we'll do a quick play. Is this because, like, my upload or update is buggy, or is this programmed to be like this because of the whole Eratus thing? Whatever. See him as a gangland leader, small version of Black Adam. I like the search for. He was looking for. It's been a minute since I really read like a legit mythology building book dealing with Omega Red, but he was looking for. He wanted adamantium because that was going to cure him, if I remember correctly, or was there some other MacGuffin that was supposed to cure his powers, killing him? I think that's a great angle, and I think that's why. Part of the reason why he's so closely tied to Wolverine is because I'm pretty sure it was adamantium, at least to some degree, that he needed.
They're close. Invisible bogey on the field.
Oh, sniper! I don't know if I know the reference. Nigel? Are you talking about the Chimera Core armor?
Shields are down.
Ah, hell.
Flag return.
Hey, there we go. Or are you talking about my armor? Ah, hell. Touch the damn flag. Touch the damn flag. Somebody grab it.
Enemy flag return.
Damn yous. Damn yous.
Power items en route. Enemy perforated. Power items have spawned.
Oh, and I didn't grab his nades. That sucks.
I'll take that.
There's some nades. Ah! Gotcha. Yard sale. Oh, mine. Cool. I don't think I know it. Neji, as in like a Japanese demon. Is that the reference? I don't want a commando. Get rid of the commando. I love my armor. I was very much debating if I wanted to spend the money to get that coloring, but it was too good to not get. And it doesn't look too much like Iron Man. Overwatch. Oh, okay. I knew it looked familiar. I just couldn't place why. I have only recently started playing Overwatch, which would be why I didn't catch the reference. Gotcha! From the grave. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love the effect, too, because it's the demon mask. And so I have the armor effect where my head's on fire. It's pretty awesome. Da 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 da. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Gotcha. There we go. Let's score. Really?
They've taken our flag. Enemy flag carrier spotted. Power items inbound. In a hail of gunfire. Power items on the field.
Yay!
Flag returned.
No, I don't want to go that way. I've never played this map before. Oh, nades. Give me that. Whee! Nope, get off me. I don't want a commando. I want the new gun. I don't think so.
Field. After them.
Flag returned.
Ah, get out of here. Oh, snipes. I'm gonna trick out some Chimera core armor though here soon. Probably on stream. I will start tonight. I dig this map a lot more than I thought I was going to.
They have our flag. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves. Lead allergy confirmed.
Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch.
Flag returned.
Whee! No, get the hell away from me. I really like this map. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. I will definitely hammer time.
Power items incoming.
Are you a PlayStation player, PC player, or Xbox player?
Power items have spawned. Our team took the enemy flag.
Ah, hell.
Enemy flag returned.
Rockin', man. Yeah, for sure. I will. So that's your gamer tag. I'll go add your gamer tag after this. Ah, hell. That dude's really good with that damn snipe. Flag away. Can't score. Damn it. Tied it up. Yeah, I'll add you. I'll add your.
Taken our flag. Enemy carrier revealed. After them.
Where is he? It's coming this way-ish.
Remaining.
No! No!
Tango's closing in. Up there.
That is a horrible way to use that laser. Somebody already got the new gun coat. Whee!
Power items en route.
6 seconds.
Power items have spawned. Our team took the enemy flag. Enemy carrier has revealed themselves. They know where we are. Flag taken. Enemy defenders spitting with rage. They spotted us. Spartan.
Flag returned.
That's mine.
Captured.
Take it easy, Johnny. See you on the next one, man.
An ally took their flag.
Oh! Gotcha.
Flag captured.
Victory. All right. People. Find it. Yeah, that's not what I meant. ER. Hammer time. 21819. Let's see. 21819. Nope. What if we go do it this way? Number 21819. No. Maybe it's just an Overwatch. We'll have to try that. MVP? Me? Killed that spread. I was negative. All right. Let's go to... we don't have snipes. Do some tactical. Gotta push the button. Oh, I haven't bought the battle pass yet. That explains at least part of it.
Tactical Slayer.
Kill everything that moves. If it continues to move, kill it harder.
Tangle's closing in.
Well, we're all over on this side now. Where is everybody? Oh, there's only two. Well, that's lame.
Deadly precision.
Oh, now there's three of them. Okay.
Shields are down.
Enemy perforated.
Take cover.
Lead allergy confirmed.
Killing spree.
Lost a teammate.
In a hail of gunfire.
That shot got way too many of us.
Halfway to victory.
Shot above his head. That was stupid.
Five minutes remaining.
Confirmed. The enemy is weak to bullets.
Oh, I really like this AI so much better than Aratus.
There's more where that
Double
came from.
kill!
Double kill.
Damn. Should have went the other direction. Again, there's only two of them.
Another one down.
Nearing victory.
In a hail of gunfire.
Yeah. Ooh, good shot. Eyes behind me.
We've lost a teammate. Another one down.
Enemy perforated.
Eyes up.
Oh!
Remaining.
Well, hello. There we go.
Victory. Spectacular.
Let's go to the armor hall and see what we have for customization options. If it ever loads. New music, nice, I dig it. Let's do this. Come on, Meow. There we go. Eagle Strike, Chimera, Mark 7, Mark 5, Mirage, Rakshasa. Okay, so let's take a look at the Mirage Foist. That's kind of cool. Nexus, Velis, Athlon. That's similar to one you can get in the Mark 5, I believe. Betless. Extender. Neath. Oh, that's cool looking. Tyro. Valor. That one looks a little nuts too. Chimera Core. There's got to be some crazy ones for this, right? Oh, let's do that guy. Oh, that's cool. A lot of these were already released, though, from the leaks, but still looks pretty great. Burgundy Spear. quite nice. Helmets. Only 3 helmets. Really looks like Crisis, doesn't it? Probably nothing here. Chest piece. Shoulder pieces. Oh. Oh no, that's visor color. Let's go into visor color. Why? There we go. Yielding wheel. Dragoon. That's the one. Yeah, I like the bright red. Okay. And then we go here. And let's change that on here as well. That one just looks funny to me. I don't know why. Oh, where's the black one? Don't I have a black visor? Yeah, there it is. I think that's more appropriate here. Yeah, for sure. That looks really great. What does black look like on here? Wee. I think I dig that more here too. Yeah, black. Yeah, black. Yeah. Let's rock the Chimera for a minute. How many credits do I have? Not tell me. Yeah, cool. Hooray! Oh yeah. Okay, now let's go back. I don't remember getting that one. Alright, we're gonna do the headshot. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Oh, cool. Some cool stuff. What's in here?
Tactical Slayer.
Ooh. I don't know this map at all.
Achieve victory. Enemy shields down. Head down.
Hey, that's what it's supposed to look like.
Another one down.
Where we going, Thunder?
You've lost a teammate. Take cover. Shields are down.
In my sights.
Ah. Ooh.
Stay mobile. They're close. Spartan down.
Another one put down.
Wow, really? That just happened?
Spartans closing in.
This is gonna take some getting used to, this map.
Halfway to victory.
We've lost a teammate.
Where? Oh, I see you.
We've lost a teammate.
Target spotted.
Not today, friend. Good shooting, Spartan. Outstanding.
I really like this new map too.
Nearing victory.
Shields down. Shields are down. Spartan down. Take cover.
Target spotted.
Another one down.
Five minutes remaining. Victory!
Well, I did bad.
Tactical Slayer.
Rack up the most kills to achieve victory.
Oof.
Good shooting, Spartan.
Gain
That
the
is not
lead.
my AI.
Spartans are closing in. We've lost a teammate.
Lost the lead.
They'll think twice next time.
Cobalt and gold. Blue and gold, huh?
Not today, friend.
I want my AI.
Gained the lead.
They'll think twice next time.
Oh, good call.
Lost the lead.
You're quite lethal with that.
We've lost a teammate.
They'll think twice next time.
Target spotted.
Ah, hell.
Keep your head down.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Where? Oh, down there.
Another one down. Enemy shields down. Lost a teammate.
Good shooting, Spartan.
Son of a bitch. Point difference. This map is cool though.
Good shooting, Spartan.
Five minutes remaining.
Another one put down.
6 points. All right, we can catch it.
Enemy team nearing victory.
Shooting, Spartan.
Double kill.
This accolade is well deserved.
Spartan down!
Damn it. Still 6 points. Gold side.
They'll think twice next time.
Three points. Two points. Oh, tie.
Gained the lead.
Yeah, there we go.
Double kill.
Valorous work, Spartan.
1 point to win. There it is.
Victory.
All right, one more and then we are done. Ooh, +7. Hey, I was the, well, maybe not the MVP because I didn't have the highest kills, but I had the best kill death. And the longest life. And the highest accuracy. I was almost the MVP. Robbed. Robbed, I tell you. Still goes black. That's so weird. We gotta do the escalation slayer stuff.
Slayer.
nice.
Like there's no
Good one to
tomorrow.
go out on, because I've not yet...
Gain the lead.
Another one down.
Lost the lead. Halfway to victory.
Another one down.
Enemy Spartans are closing in. Enemy perforated.
Spartan down. shields are down.
Nearing victory.
Their shields.
Five minutes remaining.
Shit.
Close.
Victory.
Okie dokie. Thank you for joining, nerds. We will see you next time. That is the end of tonight's stream. So, regular episode on Wednesday-ish and regular stream Friday. We'll see you then. Thank you for joining. Before we go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's